Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about somebody who is either in a relationship and feeling romantic feelings, but also having to deal with some feelings of insecurity. Or we have somebody who has a pattern of going out, having a good time, or establishing a connection with somebody, and then they self sabotage because they have this fear that they're just going to get rejected anyways because I'm not good enough. So, confidence is at the core of this reading. Someone who is working to, or is, kind of nudged towards working on this confidence so that romance is less of a challenge. Let's go in spirit with a little bit of Wish and 10. And I hope you're having a good day so far. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box for you, as is more information on how to become a member. Tomorrow for the Stars and Towers, we have a members only live stream at 7 p.m. Central, so I'm looking forward to seeing you there. Hello, Atala. Hello, April. Hello, Jennifer. Hello, Michael. Hello, Jonathan. How we doing? Let's see, what should we start with? I think we'll go with the Golden Art Nouveau. What else do we have, please? Five of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, and the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, this is a little bit of a negative mindset. Five of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles in the reverse is I feel like everything's gone wrong, or I feel like I've lost everything that I worked for. Nothing goes my way. But because they have that mindset, they're not actually investing anything. It's like, what's the use of me actually trying if I'm just going to get rejected anyways? And then they're removing themselves from that opportunity, right? So they're deciding the loss before it's even like given a chance. So we have the Hermit in the reverse and the Two of Cups. So the risk is, because I don't have this confidence, or I'm not listening to my intuition, that if this person runs into a wonderful love interest, somebody who would be there for them, that they would have this negative mindset and just kind of overlook or have too much fear of loss to pursue something serious with them. Hello, Famous Seamus. How you doing? Yeah, it is a little cloudy, isn't it? Hello, Selena. What's up? What else do we have? Seven of Wands in the reverse, Knight of Pentacles, Strength, and Five of Cups in the reverse. So it's overly defensive, keeping people at a distance, taking too much time to correct things or find that balance after losing or being stressed out over how things end up. There is strength, and then there is missing out on opportunities because you refuse to believe that anything is an opportunity. So basically the universe is telling this individual, you got to like dial it back a little bit, find a way to be more confident in yourself, but also give others around you the opportunity to show you whether or not they're worth your investment or worth your time, right? Indeed. What's up, Rachel? Hello, Grant. What's going on? What else? Sun in the reverse. And the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. How can you have a happy existence if you expect everything to bring more sorrow? If you assume that everything's going to be bad news. So they're losing the opportunity to be happy because they are struggling to actually enjoy things or feel like they are worthy, feel like they are lovable. So this is a big like call to action for somebody to work on healing and take a little moment to remind themselves why they're awesome. So allow me to get that started for you. If this resonates for you, as far as you probably want to work a little bit on the confidence, let me just tell you, you're looking great. You're amazing. You have a great sense of humor. You know what you got going for you. And yeah, we all have things that we need to work on, but we don't want to overshadow the good stuff by focusing on the negative, right? Grant. We got Six of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles, because there is something about things improving for you. Whoever this is, you have had some progress in your spiritual journey, and it needs to reach the brain where your mindset is expecting that maybe things could actually get better. The number 4 is important. We did have the 4 of Pentacles in the reverse come out, and here it is again in the upright alongside the 4 of Swords. So what rhymes with 4? Just kidding. I don't mean it, you guys. We're friends. It's all right. I just had to. Look, this is somebody who is going to see things shift, but they have to be able to acknowledge that things shifted, right? Okay, so now it's getting better. If you don't expect the change, then you won't see it. This is going to be a really odd analogy, but it's spooky season, and I'm dealing with the Jack-o'-lantern tarot here, so you're just going to have to put up with it. But in that, well, I guess there's several movies that do it, where ghosts don't realize that they're ghosts, and they still see everything the way it was when they were alive, even though it may have changed, like there may have been renovations on the house. They'll still see what they see, right? The Nicole Kidman movie, I think it's called The Others, is what I was picturing. I can't show you these cards because there's no clothing, but we have the Star in the reverse and the World. So the opportunity to address the things that have not gone well by like allowing for a chapter to end. Let's move on to the next thing. Let's let go of the resentment, or maybe there's somebody that needs to be forgiven, you know, and embrace that new chapter. You're welcome. Hello, Egyptian Empress. Does it have to be one or the other, Jonathan? Oh yeah, so like, let me just cover the naughty bits. There we go. So the Star is usually a naked lady pouring some magic water into the lake. And then the World is often a naked lady who has references to like change. Oh, and also the astrological signs around her. New chapter. If you want it. If you want to stick around with this, like, you want to stay in the Twilight movie. If you want everything to be tinged just a little bit blue and a little bit depressing looking, maybe that's your vibe. But I think this reading is for somebody who's like, actually, I think I'm ready for a little bit of sunshine. I think I'm ready for a little bit of good news. Maybe a whole lot of good news. Well, then step right up. Change your mindset. And boop, it'll be yours. Hello, Fernando. How are you doing? What else do we have? We have Six of Cups, Page of Cups, Seven of Wands, and the Nine of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, there's relief. There's a break. There's good news coming to somebody. And I do feel like there's going to be a friend or someone you've known for a long time that brings you the good news or celebrates that good news with you. But this is all about timing. It's a window of opportunity, not like an open meadow, like a field, right? So the window implies it can shut, it can go away, no more for you. So you have to be vigilant and you have to be open-minded. You have to be willing to accept that maybe things are turning for you, right? Hello, Jamaica. What do I call you? I don't know if I'm saying it right. Should I call you J.A.? How are you doing? What else? So we have Queen of Swords, Death in the reverse, and the Magician in the reverse. So the insecurity is definitely something that is being addressed or called out, encouraging this Queen of Swords to be honest with themselves about what they've already made it through or what challenges have made them strong. The Magician in the reverse, it feels to me like we have somebody who's not necessarily being honest with themselves about how much they've actually accomplished. So be willing to challenge any preconceptions you have about how cool you are. Turns out you're actually cooler than you think. This is saying you've been too harsh on yourself or you've been maybe a little bit jaded lately, but it's something you can change. It's something you can pivot on, right? Did I say hello to Dana? Hello. Okay, so it is Jamaica. Cool. I never know if it's like a different language or whatnot. I've gotten, I'm sure, several names wrong, but I try. So we have family, blood ties, inner circle, and ascension, spiritual path, awakening, single, current status, available. Okay, so this is someone who is being challenged to think more highly of themselves, to let go of some of the resentment, perhaps forgive someone from your past, and level up and lighten up perhaps a little bit. Feel a little bit more confident about what you have to offer people because you have been making a lot of progress. The important thing is to make sure that your self-awareness is also on point, and it looks like you should be liking yourself or have like a little bit more of a crush on yourself. We've got insatiable, unquenchable, wanting more, legal, court, paperwork filed, and crickets, silence, non-action. Even though I want you, I'm too nervous about whether or not you would actually choose me or whether or not you would reject me or if it would inevitably end in heartbreak. So I end up doing nothing. Don't let your life pass you by. Look, I hate mosquitoes. I don't like getting bit up by bugs, but there are definitely sunsets out there that are worth the bug bites. I don't like to pay for parking, but there are events that are worth paying the parking toll for. You know, like it's just, you got to be willing to adjust accordingly. There are things that you could potentially miss out on if you don't remember how awesome you are. That's how I'm going to phrase it. Deal with it. Maybe I'll just come up with a Wicked Wands Tarot confidence song. I can record it in a short, and then whenever you're having a rough day, I'll just, like save it. But then it'll just be me and be like, you're awesome. Yeah, you're awesome. And then you can laugh at me for being lame, but also think about how awesome you are. Yep, exactly. Hello, Tarot by Nature. How are you doing? You'll beatbox for me? That's awesome, Grant. Hello, Lemonade. How are you doing? It'll be ringtone. I'm sorry you've missed me. I'm not available, but just so you know, Carmen thinks you're awesome. Have a nice day. Beep. Such an exaggerated beep. We have the Ace of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. Oh, I like that. It's progression. 1 to the 2. Mm-hmm. This is saying when you value yourself, when you take the opportunity to remind yourself what you have going on, it enables you to attract that confident energy. So I guess if we were to put it bluntly, If you are hoping to attract somebody who is confident in that respectful but also not insecure way, then you got to put out that energy yourself. When you learn to love yourself, as cliche as it is, it makes you that much more capable of loving in a healthy way because you know your boundaries, you know your worth, you know what you're looking for, you know how to communicate, right? This is saying you see the value in yourself, then others begin to see the value as well, or more of them do, or for the right reason, right? Maybe you're stupid attractive. Don't take that first word too seriously. But the fact that you're very attractive might make things difficult in terms of finding somebody who is on your intellectual level. Maybe you dress a certain way and it intimidates people, and they don't get a chance to understand that you have like this teddy bear quality. There's something here about adjusting slightly how people perceive you or how you perceive yourself that enables you to then find that romance. Justice in the reverse. 8 of Wands. Lovers. I think you're about to meet someone. Maybe some of you have already met this person, but not really gotten to know them very well. But I feel like this is saying you're about to meet somebody and the universe is like, can we just let's just make sure you're tip-top shape. It was like the universe made you a hair appointment. It's just for your soul, okay? Just making sure you look good, feel good, you know? Making sure that healing is where it needs to be so that when you meet this soulmate, everything just falls into place and you can accept that something awesome is happening for you, right? Oh, good for you. I'm proud of you, Jonathan. What's up, Matt? I'm doing well. How about you? You getting a perm grant? Nice. What else do we have? This is the Santa Muerte, if I did not mention that. We have the Queen of Cups in the reverse and the Ten of Cups. So how can you expect others to see how delightful you are if you don't see it or if you don't embrace it? Part of this is authenticity. Someone out there might feel like they have to be like everybody else. That's boring. Do however you feel like you should be doing things, because it feels like this is someone who's just about to go through that like metamorphosis where no longer are they doing things just for others' approval. Now it's like, okay, I figured out who I am. I don't have to hide my truth anymore. I don't have to make choices based on what everybody else thinks is right for me. You know, we can have conversations, we can get insights from others, but I think this is someone who's gaining confidence because they realize it's been a block for them to be, you know, lacking that confidence. So there's someone here that you meet and it's like a fork in the road. It's going to push you to either like lean into that confidence and be like, yeah, you know what? This is going to encourage me to really feel good about myself. And for some, it may make you pull back into your shell a little bit again. And when that fork in the road happens for you, first of all, I want to tell you that makes me want to use a food analogy, but I'm not going to this time. When that fork in the road happens, that's when I want you to hear my voice say, but you're awesome. And other people deserve to know it. Don't you go back into that shell. You got to have that confidence in that moment to pursue this romantic interest. Otherwise, you lose out on that connection that I think is inspiring you and motivating you. So, like, run with it. This is the Hocus Pocus. Hello, Vegetata. What's up, Dracula? Yes, no more turtle shell. All right. So we've got the Master. In the Hocus Pocus, that would be the Devil. I'm sure you can confirm that visually, right? We have the Master and the Fool. This is how it goes. Are you going to have a new energy, or are we going to lean into the fear? Right? This is the fork in the road. And look at that. We have a little pitchfork. That's kind of perfect, you guys. So don't let fear take over. Embrace the confidence. It may take a little while for it to kick in, but it's there. So when you have this confidence, it helps you kind of talk down the negative speak that might happen in your mind, telling you not to engage with this person, or, you know, that person would never be into you. Oh, what is that? Is that a phone number? I see there is like a flirtatious encounter for you, and old you would have been like, nah, there's no way they would like me. I should just keep walking. But new you is like, maybe they're into me. Maybe I should say something. 8 of Swords or 8 of Lightning in the reverse. So you are no longer blind to the opportunities in front of you. Instead, I see you making a love connection. We have the 10 of Wands, or the 10 of Candles in this deck, and the Page of Candles. And the 10 of Lightning, or 10 of Swords. So there's a lot of energy. There's a lot of chemistry between you and this new person. There's this temptation to fall into old patterns and just like ignore it and assume the worst. But then there's that sparkle, or like that catalyst for you that makes you think, maybe actually I'll flirt with this person. Maybe I'll let them know that I'm interested. Maybe I'll ask them out. And it guides you towards this more confident romantic encounter. 5 of Swords or 5 of Lightning in the reverse, 6 of Lightning, and the 6 of Pumpkins or 6 of Pentacles. So you find somebody who is interested in an equal give and take, or you get something of a blessing here in your love life, as long as you let go of the habit or the behaviors that are self-sabotaging where it concerns love. And this pertains to confidence and insecurity, a fear of loss. In other words, like, seize the day, go for it, right? This is, we'll go with the Energy Oracle. What else do we have? Oh, I appreciate that, Egyptian Empress, but we don't want to let them rob you of the opportunity going forward, right? So, looky, door to romance. And it's your confidence that opens that cage. We have Archangel Raphael, the 4th chakra. This talks about self-acceptance. It's also the heart chakra. So when you accept yourself, when you love yourself, it's the door to romance. Then you find somebody who likes you even more. Someone who's very interested in you. But you got to be able to believe that they could be interested first. For some of you, you meet this person right after you make a significant change in your living space, or like where you live, or your work. You may be kind of shifting what your vocation is or how you make your money. You may be setting aside more time for a hobby or something that you do that is charitable. I do see for someone in particular working with animals. Bless you. That is such an important thing to do. But we have blossoming abundance. Now, the door to romance card is number 33, and blossoming abundance is number 3. So 333 is a number you may see in the near future to confirm that this reading was for you. All right, this is the Gilded Reverie. What's happening, Darnell? Oh, I love that, Matt. We've got the Birds, number 12. The birds talks about communication. You have the magnifying glass and a snake. So there's positive communication after some digging for dirt. That magnifying glass is somebody who is trying to see, is this somebody that I can trust? I think when you see that there is a spark or strong chemistry between you and another person, there's this choice that you make to be confident in your approach to them, because you do feel like this could be somebody that you can trust. You've already done the little cursory search, like, is this somebody who's got some questionable behaviors? Once you do this little like background check of them, don't actually do a background check. I don't know, maybe some of you do. Once you look into that and you have to make a choice whether or not to pursue them, I feel like you choose to be more confident and say, okay, time to send them a message, time to give them my number, whatever it is. I see you connecting with this love interest in the near future more confidently than you've connected with others. Let's go with the Romance Angel Oracle. What else do we have? Wait, whose birthday is it? Was it for your son? Awesome. You guys are so sweet. Yes, exactly. April. All right. We've got unrequited love and heart-to-heart conversations. So with that insecurity comes an assumption that I'm not worthy, or that person's not going to be in love with me or wouldn't fall in love with me. So why would I try? That is what we are addressing. That is what we are changing. Now, do we need to be realistic and appreciate or respect people's boundaries if they say they're not interested? Yes, we do. That's a very important part of pursuit in romance. But this is saying you might be a little bit too quick to assume that somebody is not interested. They may need to get to know you, or you may need to be just a little bit more confident when you approach somebody in a romantic way. No worries, Rachel. Oh, that's so cool, Matt. Oh, I love that. So we've got trust. This situation is calling for you to have trust. I mean, obviously, if you want to have a healthy relationship, trust is going to be involved at some point, right? But it's not even just trusting the other person. It's that plus trusting yourself. Past life relationship. You have known each other before. Oh, okay. So maybe you guys have already had a life together. Maybe it feels like you know them longer than you really have known them. Let's see. This is the Catamancy. Thank you, Rachel. That's good advice from Jonathan. What else do we have? We have the 8 of Wands in the reverse and the 5 of Cups in the reverse, the Star. So if you want something, don't regret not going for it by failing to communicate your intentions or seeing if the other person is interested. This is saying what you want is like right there. You just have to like actually hop up on the sink and go for it. You have to actually say something. Ace of Swords in the reverse. The risk here is someone assumes that it's better to say nothing at all. They'd rather not inconvenience this person. But like, I feel like you've already gotten signs that this person is interested. We've got the 4 of Wands and the 5 of Swords. So it's someone who's risking sabotaging a positive romantic connection because they fear there's zero interest on the other side. 2 of Swords, 4 of Coins, or the 4 of Pentacles, the Emperor, and the Six of Cups in the reverse. So let go of this old behavior or insecurity, this habit of assuming that someone would not be interested, or holding back your interest if somebody expresses interest in you. This is saying go after it. You know, put yourself out there, be available. Don't miss an opportunity because you're assuming it'll be a negative opportunity or a negative situation. All right, and damn it. Well, it do be like that sometimes. All right, this is one of the coolest decks out there. It's called Spiritual AF, and I feel like it's appropriate for this reading. What else do we have? Hey, what's up, Illuminati? Hello, Carmencita. What's going on? Happy Monday. All right, so we've got, you don't have to rebuild a relationship with everyone you have forgiven. So for part of this confidence journey, it may be important for you to let go of a relationship or a connection, perhaps a friendship, with somebody who has betrayed or disappointed you. You can forgive them and let go of that resentment without having to like welcome them right back into your life. Stop saying yes to ish you hate. No more people pleasing. I mean, you can be kind. You can do nice things for people without being a people pleaser, right? Boundaries. The present moment is amazing. I'm trying not to get in trouble with YouTube, okay, you guys? And then lastly, we've got your growth scares people who don't want to change. It's super true. So don't deny yourself the good stuff in life just because you're afraid of the change. Because change happens around you, but it has to happen within you as well, right? I hope you do as well, Matt. What's up, Dino? How's your day? I'm going to leave it there, y'all. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes and the awesome live chat comments. I will see you on the next reading. Toodles.